Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you how you can use the Kellycraft Get It Straight Laser Square in conjunction with my new stamp line from Unity Stamp Company to create unique, one-of-kind quilt blocks that you'll be able to stamp out and stamp them straight. Quick and easy. Let's get started. So to get started with faux quilting using the Kellycraft Laser Square, you need a clear acrylic block along with my stamps. What's really unique about the stamps is they are able to be placed right up next to each other. So you're able to put the 1-inch square down, a 1-inch triangle, and another 1-inch triangle next to it. And there is no lip on these stamps, so they are able to be placed right next to each other to form a 2-inch triangle. And then I can take the 2-inch triangle and place it right there for a completed block. To use the laser square to get everything straight, you just place this wherever you're going to want to start stamping. I'm going to place the laser beam on the 4-inch marker, and I have my stamp all ready. Make sure it's pushed down there really well. And I use Crafter's ink for this because it is a fabric safe ink. And since this is going to be a quilt that will be machine washed, I want to make sure I have an ink that won't wash out. So you ink up your stamp really well, and you need to do this with each impression. And you can see right through the acrylic block. You can see exactly where the stamps are. So you're able to go right on that line and make your impression. And I like to give it an extra push because I am going on fabric. And there are actually 4 stamps here, so you want to make sure that you get good even coverage. And there you go. There's the first impression. So this is a start of a quilt block. So I'm going to want to ink this up to make my second impression. Same thing, make sure you have a good amount of ink on there. And because I just stamped this way, I'm going to turn it a 1/4 turn and stamp it right next to it on that line to line everything up and give it a push. Do my third impression. Now I'm turning my block another 1/4 turn, and now I'm going to use the top edge to line up on that laser line. And because this is clear, I can see right through the acrylic block and push that down. I have one more impression to make. Again, inking up the stamp. And this is the way it was, so I'm going that last 1/4 turn and lining it up again right on that line with my top edge. And there you go. A pinwheel pattern using the laser line so everything's straight. So this is a sample of one of the ways that you can use the stamps. There are countless of ways and combinations that you can put these together. This is what I showed you at the beginning, and here are just the 1-inch triangles put together for a pinwheel with 2-inch squares surrounding it. So what you do is you take backing, batting, and what you have stamped, and you're able to sew it into quilt blocks. These are 2 ways you can do it. Another way to do a faux quilt, instead of doing it in the small blocks like I showed you, is to do a whole piece of fabric. This is a baby size quilt that I did using the 2-inch blocks from my collection, and I used different colors for each of the blocks. I used the Get It Straight laser square to line each of these up easily right at the top edge, and I would go across and stamp one row at a time, and I could move the fabric, and then I would just move the laser beam down 2 inches so it was on the bottom edge of what I just stamped, and I would continue across. And that's how easy it is to do faux quilting with the Kelly Craft Get It Straight laser square.